Greetings, 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 greetings.
Hey
You,
there, it's me, Mr. Monopoly.
yeah, man. TikTok is wilding, man. As soon as I open up TikTok, man, it's just always just wildness, man. We about to get TT on here. YT, what up? If y'all can hear me and see me, man, just type one in the chat. Type one in the chat for your boy, so that I know that the audio's good, man. Got to make sure the audio's good before we get this thing cracking. TikTok, what up? Greetings. Hey, type one in the chat. You guys can hear me well. You know what I'm saying? We about to get into it. About to help some of you guys be great. Got my black juice on deck today. You know what I'm saying? Once the black juice is gone, I'm gone, right? So let's get into these Q's and A's. Guys, type one in the chat if you can hear me and see me. Just want to make sure we good. Just want to make sure we good. Man, is the chat working over here? Mic check, mic check. Type one in the chat if y'all can hear me. Greetings, 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 greetings. All right, we about to test this out. All right, there we go. There we go. We got TX Sass Girl. Sass Girl's in the building. What up? Rock with you says good morning. What up? What up? What up? What up? We got my mother in the chat. Greetings, greetings. We got Acacia in the building. What up? What's popping? Welcome. Wagwan, brother. Wagwan. We got Cole Wheeler. Coley Cole. What up? What up? All right, all right. What's happening, man? What's happening? We got April. I think that says April, right? Is that April? Says hello. What up? What's good? Gual Nagash says likes the live. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate the support. It means a lot. George Carter, what up? What's good? What's happening? What's happening, man? George. We got Jermaine and Casey, dynamic duo, says, so what happened to me is Diet Coke juice sugar. I don't know. Are you asking me if there's sugar in Diet Coke? I don't think there is. I think there's artificial sweeteners in Diet Coke. That's why it can be advertised as 0 calories, right? Artificial sweeteners. Sean Shred, what up? What's happening? Sincerely yours. Eminem is the best. That's Cat. Eminem is not the best. He's a very good lyricist, but I think to make enjoyable music, you have to be more than just lyrically inclined and good at flow. I'm not. I like Eminem. I'm from Detroit. I'm supposed to think he's the greatest, but quiet as kept. People in Detroit don't even think Eminem is the greatest, man. You guys want to know why? Because his story is not that relatable to everybody, man. Like he be talking like mad shit about like everybody. He's very angry all the time. I'm not angry all the time. Right? Right? He be talking about he hate his mom. I love my mom. I can't relate to that shit. Right? Now, do I respect his lyrical ability and his acumen to put words together? Absolutely. Alicia says, good morning. What up? What up? Uh, my man said he never smiles or laughs. I would agree with that. CJ says good morning. What up, CJ? Jay lost 20 pounds in 1 week. Let's clap it up for Jay. Let's clap it up for Jay. Dustin says, what made you decide to make YouTube content? There was a defining moment in my character arc, right, if you will. Back in 2017, I hit a crossroads. Long story short, I ain't gonna bore you guys with it. I had got laid off for like the third time, and this was like it was a real blow to my pride because I went and got like a college degree, and like I was unemployed for like the third time in like a 3 year period, and yeah, I was pissed. I was upset, but in the midst of that, I didn't allow that sort of low moment to define me. I actually looked at it like, all right, what is this? What is this moment teaching me? Well, it's teaching me that there is no security that can be given to you by another man. The only security that you have in life is the security you create within yourself. So I started thinking about what value have I created at this point in my life where I could like potentially extend it to people and get monetarily compensated for that. And that value was my fitness knowledge, fitness and nutrition knowledge. I was already personal training on the side, and you know, getting people pretty decent results. But I was, you know, at the time I didn't have a presence on the internet. I didn't have a presence, you know, on YouTube, Instagram, Snapchat. I had a Facebook, but I barely posted on there. I kind of was like anti social media at that stage, and that was a very closed minded thought process for me because I got a lot of value. Why not give it away to the world? So then, like having that moment with myself, that's when I like just opened my YouTube account, my Instagram account, my Snapchat. Back when Snapchat was popping, right? And TikTok wasn't around back then, but as you guys can see, I'm everywhere, and I post every day, multiple times a day. So that's when I decided to start giving my value away to the people. All right. Jermaine and Casey, the Monster Energy Zero Sugar Ultra is healthy. Is it? What is healthy? Right? I hear people say healthy, but what does that mean? Right? Because healthy to you and healthy to someone else is going to be different. It's going to vary. Right? Like, I don't ever say, like, oh, this shit healthy, this shit not healthy, because health is not objective, right? It's subjective. It's dependent on the person. So when you say healthy, what are you comparing that to? Are you comparing it to fucking water? Because if you compare Monster Energy drink to water, which one is going to have more nutritional value for your health? Obviously, the fucking water, right? But if you compare, you know, Monster Energy drink zero to Monster Energy drink with all the sugar, which one is healthier? It's gonna be the zero sugar one, right? So it's like, what are you comparing that shit to? R says dope origin story. Appreciate that. Lozies says, what up, King? Hello, King. Greetings. Welcome to the live. Gula, the princess. What do you think about the keto diet? I think that shit's some dumb shit. Why would you give up carbs to lose fat when you don't have to? Why all African Americans talk like gangsters? You all gangsters? Well, that's a perception, man. Like, that's like asking, why do people in the UK sound like Peppa Pig, right? That's kind of like it's a small-minded view and perception of what you think a gangster sounds like, or what I, making that comparison, think that English people sound like. English people just sound regular to each other, right? But to us, because we don't talk in that manner, we don't have that dialect here in America. That shit sound like Peppa Pig, right? So it's like it's just a different dialect or way to phrase words or accent, you know, in different communities and different cultures. Sounds like your ass need to get outside your house more, right? Because just to say something that closed-minded tells me you don't have a lot of friends, or you ain't been a lot of places, man. Different people sound different in different areas, man. You fucking wild. Don't say all black people talk like gangsters. That's fucking crazy. Um, Advice for glutes cramping on the bench. Um, so if your glutes are cramping, know that that means probably one of two things. One is probably a lack of hydration, right? So like anytime your muscles cramp, guys, it just means that like you are essentially not getting the proper circulation and fluids to that area to make sure that it's like contracting and firing properly. The second thing I kind of alluded to it, I said circulation. Circulation is you know, not just hydration related. It's also like blood flowing into a muscle, right? So let's say for example, you train your abs and your abs cramp up. Why would your abs cramp up if it's supposed to be stabilizing your spine all day long, right? Well, that's because a lot of people don't have a good neurological connection, you know, to their abs, to where their abs actually contract when they're doing movements. So then it cramps once they do it because it's like it's a shock to the system. Neurologically, the brain's starting to get connected to that muscle. Um, so yeah, it could be circulation, mind and muscle connection, or it could be hydration related. QM says, take my wallet already. I'm gonna take that as a compliment. If you want some value, like if you like the stuff that I share and it's been helpful, uh, before you even open your wallet towards me, go consume some more of my like next level content from the platforms. Right. That's why I give you guys access to the free course. Right. So here, that's what that's what I'm gonna extend you to. Before you allowed to even try to pay me something, go get some more of my free shit and see if you can like get some value from that and extend past the level of results that you've gotten from the stuff that's on TikTok. So go get the free course. It's in the links in the bio. Hopefully that helps. Do the biggest hell meme make you laugh, bro? Sometimes, yeah, it do make me laugh sometimes. Corey? What's your opinion on fasting? I think it's fantastic. Everybody should be fasting. Uh, I fast every week. Once a week, I do a 24-hour fast. Right now, I'm fasted. Right, I haven't had a meal. I'm drinking on my black juice. If you want to know what's in the black juice, type black juice in the chat. Oh, my man, who was talking about black people sounding like gangsters is back. What's up, man? What you talking about over there? You speak 6 languages. Oh, that's cute, man. You one of them people, right, that really like needs a lot of attention. That's why you just dropped 6 comments. You know what I'm saying? Because again, like your perception of reality is that like I give a fuck about what you're saying right now, and I literally don't, right? But I do want to add value to you and let you know that like you don't have to say outlandish shit about like subcategories of people's cultures to get attention. You could just like go say hi to people, like leave your fucking house, right? You could like just focus on adding value. That's what I do, right? I just give value away, man. You ain't gotta like misbehave for attention, man. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that, man? You need a hug? Your mom, your mama ain't hug you enough as a kid, man. I got love for you, man. I just want you to know that, because you showing love. You supporting my comment section right now. Have you fasted longer than 24 hours? Yeah, man. Like I fast. My longest fast is now 80 hours. No, actually, I've had a little over 80 hours. It was like probably 85. So 85 hours is my longest fast. But yeah, I do a 24-hour fast every week, 72-hour fast once a month. My man's Gino Gomez says, I think he has a big belly as hell. Maybe. If you got a big ass belly and you want some help with that, just go grab my free fat loss course, man. It's the link is everywhere. I'm here for y'all. What's the black juice supposed to be? The black juice is in fact pre-workout, right? It's caffeine, beta alanine, L-citrulline, and then creatine in here, monohydrate. You know what I'm saying? It's all in here. Gino Gomez says, I need help. What do you need help with, Gino? If you guys need help with macros today, I will be doing that while I'm on. So, if you want me to tell you exactly how much you should be consuming to hit your goals, just write your age, height, weight, and your fitness goal in the chat, and then I'll do your macros here today. Sean Shred says, I lost 20 pounds doing OMAD. Let's clap it up for Sean Shred, man. My man said, Marathon Capitalist says, too gangster to read. Gangsters read, man. What y'all talking about? Tiffany just followed me. Tiffany Moss. Thank you, Tiffany. Welcome to the family. Hopefully you find some value here. Big K says, why did you hit me? I didn't hit you, man. What you talking about? Sarone. Sarone is okay, 28-year-old female. What up, Sarone? 5'3" and 175. All right, Sarone, here we go. So what we do first, guys, when we're looking to lose fat, right? Or build muscle, you got to find the BMR of the individual first. Now, some of you may not know what the fuck that is. That is your basal metabolic rate. So I just found it for Sarone, right? Sarone, it is 1,500 calories. That's how many calories your body burns at rest. So what I would do is now take that, and if I want to create a fat loss goal for you, fat loss calorie goal, I would subtract calories. So a good rule of thumb, 200 calories subtracted from that is a good place to start, Seron. So that would put us at 1300, right? 1300 calories as our goal. Now that we are there, it's pretty simple. We plug that into a macro ratio. Now, what is a macro ratio, guys? That is when you designate a certain percentage of the calories you're consuming to certain macronutrients for the purposes of like how your body's going to look when the fat come off, how your body's going to perform, you know, the different hormones that are released when you consume foods, different things like that, right? So for you, Seron, I'm gonna just plug you into my old reliable, right? Which is 40% protein, 30% carbs, 30% fats. Now, Seron, what we got for you, right, is 130 grams of protein a day, 90 grams of carbs, 45 grams of total fat. Now, essentially, that just boils down to like plug and play, putting certain foods together in combinations to help you hit those numbers. If you need more help on suggestions on how to do that, just go grab the free fat loss course. All right, guys, if this was helpful information, right? If y'all love what y'all seeing, man, go ahead, give me a thumbs up in the chat. A Street is blowing kisses. Okay, pause. Ethan Curry, 6'16". All right, if you 16, you too young, man. You gotta be over 21. But listen, if you want your macros done for you, like, you know what I'm saying, all you gotta do is find your BMR, which you can chat GPT that shit nowadays, right? Then you should like subtract or add calories if you're looking to build muscle or lose fat, and then plug it into that macro ratio I just gave y'all, 40, 30, 30. Big K says, thumbs down. All right, fuck you too, man. No, I'm playing, man. I'm glad you're here in the live, man. Appreciate you coming through. Big K, you some big hater. Hey, man, it's okay, man. Don't y'all know hate is the new love? If you ain't got no haters, you ain't doing shit of significance, man. Everybody got haters, man. Remember this. They killed Jesus, man. Jesus was the best among us, supposedly perfect. They fucking killed his ass, man. Right? Hey, nobody gets unanimous praise. So, you know, if you ain't got no haters, man, you ain't really doing shit. Cole Wheeler, only in muscle. I want to be big as hell. There you go, man. My man's the street says, shout out to Lebanon. I got some Lebanese friends, man. Shout out to them. Nobody believes in Jesus. I think that's cap, man. Like, I think last time I checked, the Bible was like the most. I think it was the top selling book of all time. I think a lot of people believe in Jesus. Jihad says, I'm bald too. Hey, that's what's up, man. Shout out to the bald gang. Hey, if you bald, right, and you proud of that shit, just throw a thumbs up in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Are donuts keeping me big as hell? Probably, man. If you offsetting it though with like being in a caloric deficit and controlling your consumption, the rest of your foods, you possibly could be all right. I believe in the 80-20 rule, guys. So like, if 80% of your diet is like whole natural food sources, the other 20% could be like a little bit of bullshit. You know, just make sure you track everything. Your boy Shoney's. What's your biggest client? My biggest client ever was a brother by the name of Jeremy Smith from Philly. Jeremy came to me over 600 pounds, right? And I helped him lose his first 150 pounds with my program. He was able to do that in a little under a year. That's the biggest person I've ever coached. Feel like I can't work out until after, but also don't want to lose family time. Any tips? Wait. Suggestions to balance fitness and a new kid, wife. I wake up at 5 a.m., work till 5 p.m. Oh, you out here grinding, user. Look, I've coached a lot of guys in your situation, man, and I tell them all the same thing, right? Your problem is not time. Your problem is you ain't setting motherfucking boundaries for yourself, man. Right? You get good at using the N word, right? No. Start saying no, right? Start saying, like, start legitimately setting times for you in your calendar, right? Your life seems to be consumed with work and family, and there's nothing wrong with that. Every man in this world got to do four things: he got to sleep, right? He got to get money, he got to spend time with his family, and he's got to get his motherfucking ass in that gym, right? Take care of his body so he can take care of his family, right? You don't take care of your motherfucking health, your health gonna take care of you eventually. So don't be using that whole man. It's so much going on. Nah, figure it out, man. Man, I've coached so many people who've been like way busier than most people, right? Like I coached this one guy named Maurice Isaac. Shout out to Mo from uh, from Baton Rouge. The dude ran two businesses, had three kids and a wife, right? Barely any time in most people's perceptions, right? But somehow I was able to help this motherfucker lose. He was able to lose over 80 pounds and go from like fat as hell, high blood pressure, insulin resistant, all this shit, right? To like getting on stage. He did like a bodybuilding show, right? I didn't even ask him to do it. He just did it on his own, right? So what? Why do I bring that up? I bring that up to give you hope, man. Like that busyness shit is not your problem. Your problem is you don't say no to people. You got to be like, nah, man. Like like you can carve out. Like how much time does it really take to work out? Like legit, it's like 30 minutes is like the minimum, right? So you got 30 minutes, bro. You just giving it away to everybody. So you got to be like either first thing in the morning, have a little appointment with yourself, you do a workout at home, right? You know, or you do it on the way to work, right? You do it, you go to the gym, work out for like half an hour, maybe an hour at the max, and then take your big ass to work, man. Right? Um, that's it. Right? That's my whole spiel, man. You know, you want to work out at least an hour, but by the time I get to the gym, it's packed, and then things get delayed. Fuck it, man. Do it at home, bro. Get you some equipment for at home. Like, how much is like home equipment nowadays? It's like maybe like a couple $100, man. It's very accessible now. You can get a set of adjustable dumbbells right now for like anywhere from 200 to $300, and it's gonna have 5 sets of dumbbells within it, so you can have that shit forever. Basically, get you like an adjustable bench for 100. You got your own home gym for under $500, man, and then you just train at the crib, man. Work out at home if it's just too much, right? At the gym, you gotta get good at making things happen and start instead of making excuses, right? Because here's the thing: you either find a way to make it happen or find an excuse, right? But you can't do both, right? If you argue for your limitations, you get to keep those limitations. That's a tattoo on your brain statement. Argue for your limitations and you get to keep those limitations, right? So if you want to be limited for the rest of your life, man, keep telling yourself that shit. But if not, hey, I gave you a few suggestions, bro. Figure it out. Fresco says, okay. Oh, he's talking to Big K. Yeah, Big K just, he just wants some attention, man. Big K is motherfucking like, he want a hug, man. Let's give Big K a hug, man, because he obviously ain't get no love as a kid or some shit. User says home gym is what I definitely got to look into. Then, thank you, bro. No problem, user. I got you, bro. I'm starting a home workout. Got laid off, save some money until I find a new job, or go get some money right now, man. While you watching me, man, you could be doing Uber, bro. You got a car, right? You got a car, right? If you got a car, you can go do Amazon Flex, Uber Eats, DoorDash. You can get some money right now. Right? Marathon Capitalist, £2. Yeah, Anthony Steen lost 2 pounds. Everybody got to start somewhere, man. You could lose 2 pounds a week if you guys use some of the methods that I teach. Um, can you do a one arm muscle up? Nah, Mike, but you look like you can, bro. I see your delts in that picture, bro. You asked that shit because you do one arm muscle ups, don't you? You thought I was gonna fall for the trap. Nope, I don't be up there doing Spider-Man tricks, bro. I lift weights. That's it. I'm a one trick pony. Oh shit. I like those tips. No problem, man. Hey guys, if you get some value today, if this has been helpful, just drop me a thumbs up in the chat. TJ says, shout out New Zealand. New Zealand, what up? OJ Fernando says, shit. That's what's up, man. Whatever that means. Anthony Steen, I just started. Congrats on starting your journey. Big K says, Mike, you don't scare me at all. That's what's up, man. You know what I'm saying? You talk your shit, Big K. You talk your shit. Joe Sims gave me a thumbs up. What up, Joe Sims? What's happening? Wells 4, can you become an online fitness coach as a side hustle? Yes, there are a lot of people that are doing that right now and making a very stable income. Obviously, I decided to go full time on it, right? So I make more than the average American doing it, but you can definitely make a good side income doing it too. Big K, 1 follower, 55 followers. Oh, they roasting Big K. Hey man, hey, show Big K some love, man. He needs some love. He obviously ain't got no friends, man. Think about it, man. Who goes into a grown man's chat just to talk shit, man, that actually has a life? Right? Come on, man. Big K needs some friends, man. Let's show him some love. Cooking all your meals, all my meals help me. That's what's up, Anthony. Shout out to you. Also, again, guys, if y'all want some help today, if y'all need some fitness advice, absolutely, Flacco. You can ask fitness advice, you can ask life advice, business advice, whatever. I'm here for y'all. We're doing make your macros today. So if you need your macros done, like how much you should be eating for your goals, just type your age, height, weight, and your goal in the chat, and I got you. Thinking about doing the Tarzan challenge. I have no idea what that is. Can somebody in the chat tell me what Tarzan challenge is? Marathon Capital says Big K is finished. I mean, listen, it's all perception at the end of the day, baby. You know what I'm saying? You can act like a child or a coward for a segment of your life, but you can also decide to change at any moment. Right? So he's acting like a bitch right now, but he can change it if he wants. So I'm cutting weight. Okay, my man Mike says I'm cutting weight. Does riding my bike to the gym count? Absolutely. Because that is increasing your overall activity output of the week. Right? So I think you at a stage right now, man, that if you're riding your bike to the gym, think about this. That's additional calories that you wouldn't have burned if you would have like drove to the gym. So that's going to increase your activity, meaning you ain't even got to do nothing different with your diet just yet. If you just scale the activity and do that for a whole week and see how your body adapts to it. Okay, we got somebody who wants some help. Ricky V is 35, 5'3", 165. Ricky, you gotta be a man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna help you out, Ricky. Okay, so Ricky's 5'3", 165. Ricky, you a guy, right? Can you confirm that for me? Ricky, is you a dude? I know some women named Ricky. That's why I'm asking. I ain't want to disrespect you. All right, cool. All right, King. So here's the deal. I just found your BMR. That's how many calories your body burns at rest. It's 1,600 for you. So if you want to lose some fat, right? You want to trim down. I think that's what you said, right, Ricky? Yeah, I think that's what you're saying. So all you got to do, Ricky, is you got to subtract some calories from your BMR because your body's going to burn that at rest. So 1,400, right? That would be a good fat loss goal for calories for you. And we plug that into our macro ratio of 40% protein, 30% carbs, 30% fats. So then now we're looking at 140 grams of protein every day for you, Ricky. You do that with 100 grams of carbs and then 50 grams of fat every day, right? No exceptions. You at least consume a gallon of water a day with that. Ricky, if you get like 30 grams of fiber with that too, you're gonna be full, satiated, energized. The fat's gonna come off. You're gonna keep some muscle, and you're gonna see at least the next 6 to 10 pounds come off in the next 30 days if you follow what I just designated for you. All right, guys, if this is helpful information and you need a little bit more help, just go grab that free fat loss course that I got for y'all. Links in the bio as well as in the chat for y'all. All right. Hey, somebody just reposted the live. I just want to say thank you for that. Appreciate that. Exalted Born. If our kids grow up with knowledge of self, knowing they part of something ancient, powerful, and chosen, they won't see themselves as outsiders. Exalted Born is dropping some game on y'all. That's what's up. Big K says Corey tried to fight me in public. That's cap, man. I don't be fighting no more, man. I'm over 30, man. If I got into an altercation with somebody, my first instinct is just gonna be choke them out, put them to sleep, man. I'm not gonna fight. Well, I'm gonna do that. Coach say we don't need fiber. That's cap, Sonya. You do need fiber. Joe Swanson, which is better for losing weight? Brown rice, sweet potato with protein. Both could be fine. Like you just gotta, it's gotta fit your total macros. Again, that's why I'm doing macros today, not telling y'all this food or that food, right? It's about how it fits into the total day of macros. I will say this, from a calorie perspective, sweet potato is less calories per gram than motherfucking brown rice though. So it's a little easier to fit in. Sonia says, I'm confused. Sonia, why are you confused? What are you talking about? Give me some clarity around what you're asking. Maybe I can help. Jason says, I started Ozempic last week. Good for you. Exalted Born. Are you training for the mirror or for the discipline that shapes your soul? That's an excellent question, right? Herb says, use the plate method and measure cups. I disagree with that. I don't think that most people even know what the plate method is. And it's not very specific. It's not teaching you why certain amounts of food are good for you or not. That's why I always teach my clients to track macros, because then you learn how much portions actually impact your results. So then if you ever want to change, either lose fat or build muscle, you just change your portions according to where you're at. Coach say we don't need fiber. Who is coach? You talking about me? I ain't never said that. Who the fuck is coach? Right? I'm the coach on this live. Can you bark? Says TD. Nah, man, we ain't doing that type of shit today. I'm not DMX. Jonathan A says, should I avoid fruits due to sugar? No, you ain't gotta avoid sugar. Coach Boone. Who the fuck is that? Who is Coach Boone? Joe Swanson. Can I eat 1 cup of rice twice a day? I don't see why not. I lost 50 pounds in 5 months eating rice every fucking day. Everyone is so scary. I don't know if that's true. Reagan says, kiss the camera and I'll follow. I'm good, man. If you gotta do that, just to get a follow, I'm good, man. I'm fine. You don't have to follow me. I'm okay. Marathon Capitalist says, remember the Titans. Man, it's been so long since I seen that movie. I ain't seen that movie since probably I was in like middle school. I don't remember that movie. I just know that somebody died in it. And there was a lot of motivational speeches by Denzel Washington's character. Lysandra says, I have insulin resistance. Do you recommend intermittent fasting? Absolutely, right? What is insulin resistance? Well, it means that your body is essentially releasing more insulin than it should be due to an overabundance of glucose in your bloodstream, in your muscles, cells, organs, right? You didn't ate so much sugar over the years. Your body been pulling the glucose out of the bloodstream, stuffing it into your organs, muscles, and cells, and now there's overflow and it's pushing back into the motherfucking bloodstream. And so now your body's spilling more insulin to push this sugar out, push this glucose out, but it can't because you ain't burning the motherfucking glucose, right? So what's the solution? Yes, it is consuming lower glucose foods, right? Lower glycemic foods, foods lower in carbs and sugars, right? But there's another way to get rid of some of that glucose, and it's just don't eat, right? Just fast. Because when you fast, what happens is your body has more time to burn through the glucose that's already present, right? That's the beauty of like what I'm teaching right now about tying your fat loss goals to your BMR. That takes into account that your body is a burning machine of calories on its own. A lot of I would say conventional wisdom around fitness and nutrition is so over reliant on just like eating all the fucking time, but it doesn't take into account the body has resources to eat. You just got to hydrate and let it kick over into using that as fuel again. So yes, I would say if you fast, right, make sure you stay hydrated, obviously, maybe get some electrolytes and caffeine in the mix to help. But you give your body time to burn through that glucose that's already there, right? Meaning your body will start to become insulin sensitive again. Thank you for your advice. Is amazing. I'm a silent watcher, but you got knowledge. God bless. Appreciate you, Lysandra. Guys, if this has been helpful, right? If you're enjoying the live, just tap that like button for your boy, right? Type the like button so that you know the algorithm helps us out, and it shares this wisdom and wealth with more people, right? So like the live if you're getting some value today. OJ says, what up, OJ? What's good? Losey says, been lifting for 3 years and want to get into personal training after high school. Is that realistic when I'm also fairly small, decent physique? Small is a must for my Lions dance shit. It's okay, man. Listen, personal training is a very, I would say, high demand industry, and it probably always will be as long as, I think the last time I checked the stats, like 60 to 70% of Americans are obese, right? So yes, personal training, it'll always be in demand as long as America's fat, right? But your biggest thing that you're gonna want to start to learn how to do if you really want to be good at personal training is you have to start coaching people who are bigger than you. Pause. What do I mean by that? If you skinny and you put on muscle, you're not going to be able to relate to some of the struggles that like fat people have unless you've actually coached and sat down with and talked with people who are fat and helped them through their struggles, right? Because you ain't never been fat. So if you ain't never been fat, you can't relate, right? But if you coach fat people, right, you've talked to them about things, you've asked a ton of questions, you've been inquisitive, then you'll get to a point where you have the acumen to help people who may not necessarily be starting where you started. So I think if you're really gonna get serious about this personal training shit, man, just start training people now, man. Offer to like coach some of your fat friends or family members for free first. That way you get some reps in, you get some experience. And then, you know, maybe by the time you graduate, you already got some testimonials, you got some success stories of people that you've helped, right? Because that's the key. Like people don't give a fuck about what you know until they know that you can actually help them, right? Jonathan A says, is Chipotle keeping us big as hell? Maybe. What are you buying at Chipotle? What's your Chipotle order, right? Right. I eat at Chipotle, man. Not all the time, but you know, there was a point in time I was eating at it pretty frequently, and I'm not big as hell. Why? Because I don't be eating the shit y'all be eating at Chipotle. Personal training ain't just reps, it's discipline, humility, and balance. Build the body, sharpen the mind, and align the spirit. Exalted Born he dropping gems on y'all, man. Y'all better listen to that, man. Aura Soria says, hi, sir. Good PM. Oh, I guess it's nighttime wherever you at. It's morning over here. Guys, where y'all from, man? Type in the chat. Who we got in the building? Type your city in the chat. I want to know because I'm having some people give me like responses that y'all might be like all over the world. Chicago's in the building. C. Davenport says, I was a personal trainer for a short time. That's what's up, man. Shout out to my trainers out here. Do you love chicken? Absolutely. OJ says, New York, what up? Oscar's from Pontiac, Michigan. All right, Michigan, my home state. You know what I'm saying? Cincinnati's in the building. Sorry to hear that. No, I'm fucking with you, man. I always fuck with people from Ohio. Camden's in the building. What up? Colorado, what up? New York, what's good? NC, stand up. Okay, Aura's from the Philippines. Okay. Hey, Philippines in the building. What up? What's good? Brooklyn in the house. That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, cool. Well, I got a few more minutes, man, before my black juice is gone. When the black juice is gone, I'm gone. So if y'all want me to do some more macros before I go, just type your age, height, weight, and your goal in the chat, and I'll help you guys out. South Carolina, what up? Ethiopia's in the building. What's up? What's in the black juice? Caffeine, beta alanine, L-citrulline, and creatine. Anthony is paralyzed. Arm, titanium hip, left side, making it hard to do ab workouts. Any suggestions? Your paralyzed arm, titanium hip. Floor exercises, right? If you're saying you can't move your hips, or you're saying your arm is paralyzed, give me a little bit more clarity, and then I can give you some more advice. Baton Rouge, Louisiana. What up? What up? What up? Pittsburgh, Steel City. What's up? Greetings. I have kidney issues. Can't do a lot of protein. Any alternative? Just do as much protein as you can, or you would be somebody I would say you may want to supplement with amino acids, right? Amino acids are what protein are made up of. So that's what you get the value from as it pertains to, fat loss, sort of indirectly, and having more muscle or having a faster metabolism. So supplement with amino acids since your body can't break down the protein. Macros are math for mastering protein. Carbs, fuel, fat, sustain. Balance them like knowledge, wisdom, and understanding true growth. Hey man, y'all better listen to that man, Exalted Born. Arm is paralyzed. My hips and legs on the same side. Not limited movement. Okay, same side are not, but limited movement. So what you're gonna want to do, man, is you can actually find some of these movements I'm about to talk about in my free fat loss course. There's a segment called the Simple Six Pack System, right? So if you forget any of this, just go to the link in my bio and get it after the live. So you're gonna want to do some stuff on the ground, maybe like, for example, elevated heel ab crunches, right? Basically, you put your feet on the side of like a couch or a bench or a box or even the side of your bed. I used to do this back in the day when I was a kid. And then what you do is you elevate your feet, right? You're laying flat on the ground, and then you crunch in, right? So what you're doing is you're deactivating your hip flexors and activating your abs. This is one of the best ways to actually feel your ab muscles start to work, because you turn off the hip flexors. Another thing you can do is you can do sort of the opposite, right? So maybe you're laying flat on the ground and you do reverse crunches. That's basically just bringing your knees close to your chest, right? The key is you want to sort of elevate your hips a little bit so that it, again, deactivates the hip flexors, puts some more stress on the abs. So reverse crunches would be good for you. You probably can't do like planks or no shit like that. It's not even like you need that to get some good abs. You could even do Roman chair sit-ups. This is one of my favorites. You sit on like a chair or like a bench or a box, and you anchor your feet somehow, either at a wall or with something heavy over the top, and you basically just lean forward, lean back, right? And it'll put all the stress and tension on the abs and deactivate the hip flexors if you do it properly. Again, you guys can get access to these movements and more. My free fat loss course, man. Go get that. What year did you start training? As in myself, I started like getting legit serious about like my fitness in 2014. 2015, I got more consistent. 2016 is when my transformation happened. From January of that year to May, I lost 50 pounds, 5 months, right? And then I put that online just to share with the public, maybe inspire somebody. And then motherfuckers started hitting me up saying, if you help me with that, I will pay you. And I was like, say less, right? And so then I started training people, right? So I became a coach in 2016, right? So we are almost. I usually be like, yo, I've been doing this shit for a decade. It's basically that, man. We at the end of year 9. It's basically year 10. So that's my story. Thank you very much for the advice. No problem, man. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate the support, man. Hopefully all this shit is like super helpful. This is what we do, man. We add value to people, baby. Yo, if you get some value from the live, just type 1 in the chat. I'm almost done with my black juice, so I'm almost out of here. What's your goal in life? Says Karos. What up? My current goal in life is to, well, this is my purpose in life. I wouldn't even say it's just my goal. Is to reach my full potential and help as many people as I can reach their full potential. Right. So whether that's with my physique, whether that's with my finances, whether that's with just the mindset, the disciplines that I practice and teach. I just want to help as many people reach their full potential as I reach mine. You know what I'm saying? So I'm literally here to help you motherfuckers level up because hey, I got a dope ass life already, man. I want y'all to have a dope life too. What vitamins should I take at 40 years old as a man? Multivitamin is a good place to start. Vitamin D3 is great for, I think, pretty much everybody for immune system health, bone health. You know, there's some elements of hormonal health there too. And then fish oils. I think fish oils is good for most of y'all too. Omega 3s, great for brain health, circulation, lower inflammation, things like that. Sherilyn Griffin says, I struggle to get back to that place and sugar is my weakness. Um, Sugar is your weakness is that's a belief. You believe that sugar is your weakness, and so therefore it is. Just because you believe something doesn't make it true, right? But if you believe it, it becomes your truth, right? Um, you got to start believing something different, really, to change your behavior. Like, honestly, it comes down to why would you want to change your reliance on sugar, right? Really question that because if you think about what you get from sugar, right? Maybe you get like a rush, maybe you feel a little bit better. That little dopamine hit that you get, it gives you little positive emotions, right? So it's like if you continue to rely on sugar though for that, what's going to be the outcome? You got to explore that mentally. Because if you never do, then you're never going to change that shit, right? So if you don't like that outcome of exploring eating sugar forever and never changing that shit, right? And over relying on it, then you look at, all right, well, what are some alternatives that can give me the same value, if not more? What things can I put in my body that will make me feel good, make me feel energized, make me get that dopamine rush and feel happy? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but that's really what it come down to, man. You gotta change your beliefs. And you ain't gonna never change your beliefs until you start questioning your decision making process that's been rooted in your current behaviors. Roman Great, raw vegan, 1 meal a day. Shout out to you, man. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with going raw sometimes, man. Aria says, can't I ask you something, sir? Sure, you can ask me a question. You know, get your questions out, man, because like I said, once this black juice is gone, I'm gone. What do you think about carnivore diet? I think it's some bullshit. What would be the best football position for a beginner? I'm not the authority on that, man. I never played football. So I don't know. You got to go ask some football players that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Go to like I don't know who, Cam Newton's channel or something. You know what I'm saying? Go listen, go ask him some shit, man. He's an expert. Mike says, I have a question. Ask your fucking question. Yeah, Cam Newton got a YouTube channel, man. Go ask him. Like, yo, Cam, where the beginners at? Yes, he gonna tell you. That's an MVP right there, man. He know. I think he got an MVP and a Heisman. Um, yeah. Ask your last few questions before I get out of here. Also, guys, if this has been enjoyable and you want me to go live again this weekend, type the word live in the chat and I'll make it happen. Brian Cabase, if you could give your 25-year-old self any advice, what would you say? I turned 25 3 days ago. Hey, happy belated birthday, man. My birthday was last Saturday, man. Shout out to the Libras in the chat. Um, if I could talk to my 25-year-old self, what would I tell him? I would probably just tell him like, never like never stop studying. Um, and I know that sounds like very broad and blanket. I'm gonna tell you why I say that. When I was I think I was like 24, 23 or 24. Um, I experienced like one of my best friends passed away when I was 23. She was 22, right? And during that time in my life, for the first time, I had to question my mortality. I was like, damn, like people this young dying, that means tomorrow isn't guaranteed, right? And so in the midst of that, I started like really look at life different, right? I started to be like, man, I got to make the most of the time that I have. And one of the things I realized at that time is I had a knowledge gap, right? Like I was like, I want these results in life, but the only thing holding me back from getting there is the skills that are required to be here, right? So that's all of y'all too, by the way. Like if you have a goal and you have not hit that goal yet, whether it's with fitness, finances, whether it's with the relationships in your life, anything, I guarantee you, if you really sit down and think about it, you just don't have the skills to be that person yet, right? If that made sense, give me a thumbs up, right? So, like, I started this quest for like better information. Like, to be a better man, I got to get better information, right? I got these goals, and I stumbled across this book, right? It's called The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. It's one of my top 10 books for sure. If y'all ever want me to do a top 10 books video, just write the word books in the chat. But the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, one of them is you must define what you want, learn from those who have done it, and then do what they did, right? So that's what you guys are doing with me. You guys know I'm in shape. You want to get in shape, right? You've defined what you wanted. Hopefully you got a motherfucking goal. You're learning from somebody who's an expert, me, right? Or other experts, right? And then you do the work. That's the only way you get to the goal is you have to learn and then do, right? You have to define what the goal is, learn from those who got it, and then do the work, right? So at that time, I came across this information, and that's what I've been doing to get success in my life ever since. So I would tell that version of myself, man, like never stop studying, and in fact, learn faster, right? Like I think I could have been way further along my journey, right? Not saying that I'm ungrateful. I'm grateful for everything. But if I would have learned at a faster rate, I could have like got through a few failures faster, right? Instead of sitting around overthinking shit, then I might be a little bit further along my journey. So that would be my advice to my 25-year-old self. Like, never stop studying and actually learn shit faster if you can. Pookie says books. Okay, I see. If more people want it, man, I'll make that video for y'all. My homie and I were just talking about this and me joining the military. What's the black juice? The black juice is caffeine, creatine, beta alanine, and L-citrulline. It's pre-workout. All right, I seen some people type live. I gotta go. I gotta go hit the gym. I will go live again this weekend. I'll holler at y'all later. Peace. Be great, everybody.